Yeah, I think that's the Expo store.
Hi guys, make sure to stay on your right hand side.
Did you guys have mobile check-in?
Good morning, guys. Let's see. Sorry, how do I exit through here?
Between 15 and 26.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello, ready?
Good morning, guys. I'm just trying to find my live. I don't know why I can't find it. Give me 1 minute. There we go. All right, guys. Good morning. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I didn't realize what time it was. I'm trying to get in here and trying to get settled. It's kind of crazy.
We have to wait 305 minutes.
Should we walk by the plane or?
Sure.
I feel like I'm gonna whack somebody or poke somebody with my stick. Well, you know what? Maybe I should put it in my backpack too. I think I'll do that. When we stop, I'll do it. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Good morning. Okay, so good morning, Blainfield. How are you doing? Can't wait to hang out with you again at D23. Let me fix this phone because it's kind of weird. Okay, Victor Boxes of World says what's good. And this is good morning from Disneyland. Good morning, Anna. Blainfield says good morning. That's not for me. Victor and Boxes of World says that's not for me. Blainfield says 2 minutes, guys. Shark Bait Boo Ha Ha says good morning, everyone. Let me just squeeze through here because I'm afraid I have this big stick, you guys. God. I just really want to poke somebody with it. You see, look at this. So hopefully I don't poke nobody today. I have a feeling I'll be poking a lot of people as it gets more crowded though. Morning, Tony Lopez. How are you doing? Tiger Heart says hi, says good morning. Manya Morio, good morning, says hello there. Obi-Wan Kenobi. How are you doing? Love Pipe says good morning, everyone. Tony Lopez says good morning, says good morning. Isaac King says good morning, Isaac. Tiger Heart says that's where you got your munchlings yesterday. It was, yes. Caddick Disney says hey, 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 Disney. You want, this is the way to the plane. You want to do the plane first? Let's see if it's standby. Yeah, it's just, looks like there's nobody on standby, so it looks like we just walk in. Okay, so we're going to do the plane again. So if you were not with me yesterday and you didn't see the plane, Walt's plane is really cool. So we're going to go in here and see. I don't poke nobody with my stick. I have to put my stick in my backpack before I poke somebody. When we stop right now, I'll fix my poster and my stick. And Busby Mab says, good morning, Sunshine. Good morning. How are you? Alright, guys, we have 28 friends in the chat with us. Please make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. We are going in to see Walt's plane. If you didn't see it yesterday, it's really cool, guys. Rachel Alpha, good morning. Says good morning. Says happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday, fun day. Happy Sunday, giveaway day. and do that and then not be able to. Thank you. And not be able to even get in and come on that many hours of no sleep. So no, thank you. I made an executive decision. I'm like, I'm not going till 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're back 8 o'clock in the morning. Plus we got Disneyland after this, so it's gonna be a long day, guys. Must Be Magic says, I'm new. It says, I wonder how they got the plane in there. I know this gotta be footage. I was just talking to my best friend about it right now, and I was like, constructing the plane and then reconstructing the plane back in here. So it'd be interesting to see. Do they have Coke in here? I see Pepsi. Sorry, I think I saw Coke catch my eye. Oh no, it's like a juice or something. Never mind, guys. Okay, so good morning, Spawn, my friend. How are you? He says ahoy ahoy. Paul Emmett says, I'm hoping that they announce a whole new Tomorrowland. I hope so too. I think that's what everybody's hoping for. I think that's probably one of the most anticipated things that people are waiting for. We're gonna try and get in this Amazon line again, guys. Let's see. If not, we might have to do it after we see the parks thing, but let's see. What time does the parks thing start? At 10:30? So maybe we should go there first. Because this line does take a while. Look at guys, we're gonna come back in this line again. We're gonna be spinning the, oh look at this, look at. Wow, that's a good one, guys. Let's see what's number 3 today. Number 3 is what? A Funko Pop. Which one? Oh, yeah, right? I mean, they're like good prices. Right here, and then it takes you inside the place to do little photo ops, and then that's the last place you stop is the wheel. Oh, they have people up here. Hopefully these people are not here too long, and they show the stream. Hopefully.
Welcome back to D23 Expo Live. I'm Celeste, and along with my fellow hosts, we are here to bring you all of the exciting announcements from another thrilling day at D23 Expo. The last 2 days have brought us surprises, reveals, Disney fan favorites, and the best part is, we're not done yet. Okay guys, can we recap some of the exciting announcements from day 2?
Well, okay, this is a bit selfish on my part, but it's a secret I've been keeping for a long time. Yesterday we announced that Tales of the Jedi will be streaming October 26th, and I will be
What the best surprise to share.
That is a good reveal. That is an amazing reveal.
Can I just say, outfit of the day right here?
Oh my goodness, thank you. Well, it has a little source.
Do a little
Mickey,
spin, Ashley.
a little bit of 100 years of wonder. Matches the stage.
It's very, yeah, I like the bling on it. It's just bling all over it.
I tried. It's
Indeed.
I love Ralph's, guys. Oh my God.
Yesterday I got to
Super
sit down with the cast of the Mysterious Benedict Society, and they're coming up with season 2. So that was a lot of fun.
You know, speaking of television. Disney television has some big announcements like all over the place. Let's not forget what we have in store today, though. The cast of the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, will be
Oh,
here.
that's right.
And
So
we already
excited.
will be. We love that show.
Oh, yes, we do.
I'm kind of jealous because I think you're going to be hosting that
I'll
one,
be
right?
hosting that one, but I'm kind of jealous since yesterday you got to talk to Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay, well, this is us. We've been battling for
Yeah.
spots this entire
Can you
weekend.
guys hear?
But yeah, and we get to meet some people from like some of your favorite cult films today. Like Ryan, what do you think about that? Like we got like some really great stuff happening.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up from National Geographic. I'm going to have a guest from a new Nat Geo show, and I'm really excited. We're going to delve more into some of the details about what the Walt Disney Company has in store for its 100th anniversary next year.
Yeah.
So learn all of the exciting new trading and designer pins are coming
Can you guys
out.
hear
Ooh,
what they're
Got
talking
some
about?
collectors.
Any pin
Yes,
fans?
any pin
Lot.
collectors. And then filmmakers behind Disney's 61st film, Strange World, are going to be here.
From Walt Disney Animation Studios. That's going to be awesome.
Very excited. But let's also not forget that today is all about the Disney parks. Boundless Future Disney Parks Experiences and Products panel at Hall D23, which will happen later today.
That's right. Well, that panel is going to show you the future of the parks. I have a little something today that's going to kind of take us into the past. So, one of my mentors, I'm proud to say, was the late, great Disney legend Marty Sklar. He used to describe Walt Disney as having one foot in the past and one in the future. And as we head into our 100th anniversary, we do so
Can
very
you
much
guys hear
in that
them?
spirit. So, we're ahead as well as celebrating our storied history. So we are going to take a look back. I had an extraordinary opportunity on Thursday while the Walt Disney Archives were installing their incredible 100 Years of Wonder exhibit here at the Expo. So I joined one of my dearest friends in the world, Becky Klein, the director of the Walt Disney Archives.
Can you guys hear
and she
me?
took
Nobody's
us in while
answering
the
me. Can you
construction
guys
crew was
hear
still in,
the panel? Can you
installing
hear
the
me?
exhibit, and
Hello?
she
Hello?
gave
Is
us a
anybody
little
out there?
sneak
Anybody out
peek
there?
at the exhibit in this installment of D23
Okay, I think
and
it's
Me.
fun.
Let's check it out.
Becky, always good to see you, my friend. This is so exciting. I know you're so busy getting this installed. Thank you so much for giving us this little sneak peek. I can only imagine how overwhelming it is to try to encapsulate 100 years of Disney into a single exhibit. What was the approach?
You know, it is a monumental challenge to try to
Thank you,
get
Spawn.
100 years and everything the Walt Disney Company has done into, 12,000 square feet. So what we decided to do with this special exhibit is to kind of go in a different direction than what we've done in the past. And what we decided to do was to create kind of a visual timeline of everything from, Mickey Mouse in the early 20s all the way up through the present day. And we did that by letting you take a step into a memorable moment for each decade. So we start with, with Steamboat Willie in 1928, so the 20s, and then we move into the 30s with the Snow White premiere, and we move on up through the opening of Disneyland and Mary Poppins and all kinds of other great things, all the way up through what's going on in our company today.
So a step in time, if you will.
A step
See
in
what you
time.
did there. So if we promise not to get anyone's way, can we see a couple of your favorite artifacts?
Yeah, so as you can see, we have actual artifacts from the archives. So here's some early Mickey treasures. And then, of course, each vignette has a selection of special artifacts from the archives, and then an immersive opportunity to walk into one of your favorite memorable Disney moments. So there was a lot of choice in what to do for the 1950s, but of course we had to focus on the premiere event, which was the opening of Disneyland. And so first day, we have great things here like the first day ticket and Walt's name tag, which is #1. And one of the things I really love about this is the notes for the tunnel entrance to Disneyland with Walt's tags and his own writing on it.
This is delightful. I've seen many photographs of the #1 name tag. I've never seen it in person, so that's cool. And as an editor, to see such iconic copy hand-edited in the writing of Walt Disney, that is a treasure. Nice little seating area here for our jolly holiday.
Exactly. My very favorite Disney film is Mary Poppins, and so we picked it for the 1960s to celebrate movie.
So cool. Tell us about some of these artifacts. I recognize one from many years in the queue of the Great Movie Ride.
Exactly. There's Mary's horse from the Jolly Holiday sequence of the film, and we have Bert's over there as well. And of course, Mary Poppins' costume from Jolly Holiday, which is a very special piece. We don't bring that out very often. often. It's only been shown a couple times, and that one is the one Julie Andrews wore in the film.
I get such a kick out of the facial resemblance of the two horses to Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke.
And Dick always jokes, look at that chin. That chin is mine.
I love that.
This one is, of course, the 1970s, and we did the celebration of Magic Kingdom's opening, and we picked one of the iconic attractions at Magic Kingdom, which was Haunted Mansion. This is really exciting for me because all of these assets, I actually physically de-installed these myself.
Oh, that's cool.
With a screw gun in a very hot, humid attic when they were changing over and doing one of the reimaginings of the attic sequence. So we got all these wonderful props. So all of this set deck is from the attic, as well as, of course, Madame Medusa, the changing portrait here. And then, of course, the bride, which is the original bride.
This is so iconic.
Isn't this great? Warren Beatty's costume from Dick Tracy, with the fedora and everything. And, of course, Madonna right behind you.
And the amazing art direction of that film where everything looked cartoonish in live action.
Yeah, very saturated in the colors that they chose. It's an amazing piece of work. It
That's
really
cool.
is.
Well, I think we have time for one more stop.
Okay, cool.
All right, my inner 4-year-old and my outer 48-year-old are pretty excited to be here. These are actual droids.
Actual droids, yes. And this is BB-8 and R2 and C-3PO, and it's pretty cool.
I just felt the hair on the back of my neck rise. This is
Get
amazing.
up close and personal.
Well, I know you have to finish work on this one, so I'm going to get out of your hair, but it's always such a pleasure.
That's great.
Thank you.
Now don't go anywhere because we have an exciting day in store for you here at D23 Expo Live.
Thank you so much for tuning in to D23 Expo Live. Yeah, thanks for watching D23 Expo Live. Nice to meet you guys, and yeah, hope you're excited to see the movie Elliot.
You need a gown for or a mode of transportation. Something to
How y'all doing?
I hear music.
Paul M says they need to make a collector's doll of the Haunted Mansion bride and little Leota. I know, right? Blainfield says, are the droids here? They are. I saw them yesterday. If you guys watched my live yesterday, that was the last thing we did in the Disney archives. And I also have a picture of it as well. I just haven't posted it. But if you guys watched the live from yesterday afternoon, it was the very last thing that we saw coming out of
We
the
are back
archives
here
building.
live with some fun Disney fans.
Ronald says good morning, Sultan.
We are here at D23 Expo Live. Our next guest has a radio host, author, and Disney historian. Marcy Carricker Smothers is no stranger to Disney fans. As a New York Times best-selling author, Marcy has penned such books as Eat Like Walt, The Wonderful World of Disney Food, Walt's Disneyland, A Walk in the Park with
Blaine
Walt,
says I didn't see them yesterday, but I
Delicious
saw Haunted
Disney,
Mansion. So
Walt
yeah,
Disney
right
World.
after that.
Brian,
Right
what
at
do
the
we
very
got?
end.
Well, thank you, Mark. This is one of my very favorite people. She's one of the busiest authors in the publishing world, and her soon-to-be-released book, 100 Disney Adventures of a Lifetime, Magical Experiences from Around the World, hits bookshelves on October 25th. It's sure to be one of her best yet. In this book, Marcy takes us on a Disney exploration filled with an awe-inspiring collection of 100 not-to-be-missed adventures that bring the magic of Disney to our lives. To learn more about what we have in store, please welcome the author himself and one of my dearest friends, Marcy Carricker Smothers.
You guys will be able to see if I sit on the floor. Hold on.
So good to see you. And I'm just going to say, first and foremost, I am a proud Disney geek and proud to say I'm a day one founding member of.
So this is Marcy in her natural habitat.
Yes, it is.
It is so great to be with you. Obviously, you and I are dear friends, and it's always fun to spend time. But to spend time here on a stage among our people is pretty cool. So I want to talk about this book, and I had an opportunity to collaborate on a couple aspects of this book with you, so I know a little bit about what's in store. Tell me what inspired this book. What was the goal?
Well, this is the first ever publishing collaboration with National Geographic and Disney. And we were looking at what are the 100 best Disney adventures in the world. Almost impossible to choose them all. But it was important to have both a and then we look at Nat Geo and Disney because they have a long history together. Nat Geo has a motto, curiosity. Ryan Walt used to always say, when you're curious, you find lots of interesting things to do.
And what I love is that it's not all experiences within the berm of Disney parks. You have that. We have lots of experiences in the parks, on the cruise ships, at resorts around the world, but you also go beyond the berm. And what I love most is a lot of those beyond the berm experiences relate right back to Walt Disney himself. Can you talk us through some of your favorite beyond the parks adventures?
Yes, and I would also like to share about the library that Walt installed at the studio in the 1930s, the National Geographic Library. It had all the issues, the Imagineers and the artists contributed to it, and that influenced his research a lot. But for me in the book, it was really, really important to have entries about Walt, and I call them Adventures with Walt, because I wanted the reader to get to know the man, not just the legend, and to explore all the places in the world that inspired and influenced him.
Well, talk us through some of your favorites, starting with...
what do we have? We start with Uncle Robert?
Yeah,
okay.
Uncle Robert.
So in 1923, Walt came to Los Angeles with a suitcase and a dream, having gone bankrupt, and arrived at Uncle Robert's house on Kingswell Avenue in Los Angeles. That barn there, he rented a room from Uncle Robert, but he also rented a barn, and it's there that was scrap lumber. Walt was very handy. He built an animation stand and founded the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studios. You can see that original garage at Stanley Ranch, really close here to Disneyland. Now, in Los Angeles, the actual home, Uncle Robert's home, is being restored by Walt's granddaughter, Joanna, and her sons, Nick and Sebastian, and it's a faithful reproduction, including they're making another barn there. So you can drive by and see that, and it's really kind of where it started.
Yeah, well, speaking of barns, tell us a little bit about, we all know about Walt's famous home on Carrollwood Drive and the Carrollwood Pacific Railroad, and that railroad barn, which kind of went on to become really the birthplace of Imagineering. The Carrollwood house may not exist anymore, but the barn still does.
The barn is still there. So Walt fashioned this barn here, his Carrollwood home, based on his farm in Marceline when he was a little boy. You probably have all heard those are the happiest days of his life. And inside that barn, he switched his trains, built miniatures, and planned Disneyland. So it's of significant historic importance. And then, about 1999, Walt's daughter, Diane Disney Miller, when the house was being sold, took that barn, moved it to Griffith Park, where it is now. And inside the barn is a treasure trove of Walt memorabilia, his shaving kit, the switching the trains, more things that Walt built, his overalls, and the other cool thing is the Combine car that used to run on Disneyland's track until 1974 is part of the experience at Walt's Barn, open the third Sunday of every month.
By the way, shameless Disney Vacation Club plug. If you're all ever in Florida at Walt Disney World, come over to Disney's Wilderness Lodge. In the lobby of Boulder Ridge Villas, we have the Carrollwood Pacific Room, and we have a few actual train cars from Walt's Backyard Railroad on display there. It's one of my favorite spaces in all of Walt Disney World. So let's go back a little further into Walt's childhood, all the way back to Marceline.
Well, Marceline, Missouri had so much, Walt had so many influence in Marceline. The museum there is called the Walt Disney Hometown Museum. Some of the incredible that Walt sent his little sister Ruth. That's where she watched her brother on television. There's recordings that Walt made on his parents' 50th anniversary. There's only 3 copies in the world. And you can hear Walt interview his parents. And one of my other favorite things is there's a model of Disneyland that was built by an artist named Dale Varner, but Walt personally sent Dale the guides and all of the architectural designs for Disneyland.
And that's not the only museum you feature. If we head over to San Francisco, we have another one of my favorite places on earth.
Yes, the Walt Disney Family Museum, the Presidio, was founded by Walt Disney's daughter, again, Diane Disney Miller, and her son, Walter. And it is a carefully, thoughtfully curated tribute to all of Walt's legacies from the beginning of his career all the way through to the very end. And that gallery, after Walt passes away, is pretty intense and wonderful to read all the tributes to him.
I love that museum. What I love most is that you get most of the tour through Walt's voice himself.
Yes, it's one of the
very personal.
Excellent point. One of the great places and only places you can hear Walt speak personally and throughout the gallery.
Any particular favorite exhibits for anyone who wants to head to the museum?
Well, Kel's surprise, it's the Disneyland exhibit, yeah, and a gallery, and specifically the very large scale model picture here. It is in the back there, it's the Disneyland of Walt's imagination, and they call it that because there are the attractions that Walt lived to realize and to see, but there's also the ones that he envisioned but died before he could experience. And there's a really special little tribute. If you look inside Sleeping Beauty Castle, there's a miniature of Walt and Diane holding hands.
Now, while our home viewers will have to wait until October to purchase the book, I understand there's a limited edition available here at the Expo with maybe some exclusive bonus material. Can you?
There is.
Can you tell us about
This
that?
special edition has 23 bonus material entries, and one of my favorites, kind of easy to check off for the typical Disney Parks geek fan, is to experience all of Walt Disney's World Fairs attractions. So we start over at Walt Disney World to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. We always want to include his name because it's part of the attraction. And the Carousel of Progress, of course, opened at Disneyland, but now it plays every day at Walt Disney World, and it's really one of his favorite attractions. He was intimately involved talking about the American family and innovation.
So when you put this book together, again, pretty daunting task to find 100 Disney adventures, and I have to imagine you started with many more than that. Can you talk us just through the process? Like, what does that look like in your office? I'm imagining 500 sticky notes along a wall and you prioritizing and moving things around.
You know me well. Well, to be fair, before I signed on for the book, National Geographic had spoken with a lot of executives and people throughout the company what they thought should be included. That was about maybe 60 entries. So for me, it really was, what do I want to do? What have I done that's made me excited? That's my barometer as a writer. If I get goosebumps or cry or laugh out loud, then it is included in the book. But there was a lot of push and pull. There was the pandemic, some things weren't open, but it was a complete joy to continually update it. And those that didn't make it into the book, some of those are the 23 adventures.
I'm going to throw a couple of categories at you, and you tell me some of the adventures that you included in the book. So what are some of your favorites from within the parks that made the cut?
Well, pin trading. Yeah, for sure. And I would say the flag retreat. I think the flag retreat, at least at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, very important to Walt Disney. He founded it on opening day, and it's one of those e-ticket, Walt-centric, underappreciated events that I wish everybody would do, experiences.
Yeah. And what about resorts? Because we think of resorts as being attached to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, but some of them in this book are Disney resorts outside of the parks, Alani and Vero Beach and other places.
And I'm not just saying this because of DVC and Ryan, but it really is my favorite resort at Walt Disney World is the Riviera, and that is because there's so much Walt there, specifically Voyager's Lounge. And I was thrilled to include that because there are the 350 books or replicas of them that Walt purchased when he went to Europe in 1935, the receipts for the books, his camera, his hat, and you really get a sense of having a cup of coffee or a glass of wine with Walt.
Yep, and you have some Disney Cruise Line nods in the book as well?
Yes, I do. Yes, well, the Disney Vacation Club member cruise, which I consider one of the best experience, definitely a top 100, and that's a good way to say that. While I realize not everyone gets to do that, that's kind of one of those aspirational things. It's worth reading about, it's exciting to learn what happens, and maybe one day, when some of the readers will get to go.
Yeah, by the way, have you had a chance to go see Walt's plane since you've been here?
I did, and of course I wept like a baby. It's tremendously special, and I ordered every single piece of swag I could. I've got the hat, I've got the tote bag, I've got the t-shirt, I got the hoodie, I got the phone case.
Yeah. So, I don't know anyone who does better research than you and whose information is more detailed than yours. Did anything surprise you as you dove into this one?
That is a really good question. You know, I'm not sure that yes, there were things that surprised me that have to come to mind. Things that I didn't know existed, like backstage magic at Adventures by Disney, you know, where you get to go to all the great places in LA, the Disneyland, you get to go a tour of Walt's office at the studio, you go to Walt's barn. So that one I didn't know about, and some of the National Geographic expeditions really were new to me. And specifically, I would say, Animal Kingdom. That is my favorite park. It surprises a lot of people at Walt Disney World, but the level of conservationism and the incredible detail and the way that they care for the animals. I learned about up close with rhinos, and I've since done that. Caring for elephants. And I also would like to say there's so much Walt there because he had such a fierce dedication to world conservation.
Yeah. You mentioned this being the first publishing collaboration with National Geographic. How has that collaboration been for you? I have found the National Geographic team to be such incredibly fun partners, and I'm so happy that they're part of our family now.
I'd like to say that they think outside of their yellow rectangle. They've been wonderful, and one example of that, I taught them what blue sky was, that Disney term, there's no bad ideas. And I said, I have this idea for a map where it would be everywhere in the world that Walt went that influenced either the parks or movies, and I called it the happiest adventure in the world map, and they said, oh, well, we've got cartographers on staff, we'll assign you one. And that map, along with the Disney wish list map, where you can check off your adventures, are included in this limited edition.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about you is just how passionate you are about keeping Walt in Disney. And I think this audience very much agrees with that. I love when you correct someone who refers to the Tiki Room and you say it's Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
In fact, we should all raise our right hand, please. From now on, I will refer to the attraction in Adventureland as Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Land because it is the only attraction at Disneyland with Walt Disney's name on it. Yes. No. I think several people took the oath, and I appreciate you.
So in summary, what do you hope most that people get out of this book? For me, this becomes like my new Disney bucket list. I'm going through and finding what are the things I've experienced and what do I still have to accomplish in whatever time I have left.
I just want everyone to experience the joy and enthusiasm, and my best example is when in Main Street USA, that feeling I get, that's the feeling that Walt wanted you to have, the feeling that we all still have, and I hope you get that same sense of Walt and that feeling of everything that Disney can bring you throughout the world in the book.
And finally,
thank you. And I really mean it.
Before we wrap, can you just share with us one of your favorite personal memories from any of the experiences that you've covered? What comes to mind as particularly emotionally gripping for you?
That is a good one, and it just happened about a month ago. So Walt's daughter, Joanna Miller, has been great to me. Contributed a lot of stories. She gave me a private tour of Uncle Robert's home while it's in restoration. So that is where everything that we're celebrating as we go into the 100th year anniversary of the Walt Disney Company happened. So to step in those rooms where Walt ate, to step in the bedroom where he slept, to feel the energy was exceptional.
Well, remember everyone, 100 Disney Adventures of a Lifetime magical experiences from around the world will be available October 25th at your favorite booksellers. You can also pre-order now wherever books are sold. Thank you so much, Marcy. Everyone, Marcy,
thank you, Ryan. Thank you all. Happy Expo.
Mark, what do you have for us?
Oh, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you so much, Marcy, for walking us down memory lane. Thank you, Ryan. And don't go anywhere. We'll see you very soon here at D23 Expo Live.
Joseph, how are you doing? Happy Sunday, fun day. We are still here at day 3 of D23, and hopefully this parks panel talk starts soon. Hopefully.
Welcome back
behind
to
the scenes of Fresh
D23
Bake right
Expo
here.
Live. Okay, guys, today is all about the Disney parks. So we all have some very special Disney parks memories. I want to talk about those. Mark, what's your favorite Disney parks memory?
You know what? I want to point something out because Joe Rohde is here, lead Imagineer for Disney's Animal Kingdom. and I had the honor of opening Disney's Animal Kingdom in Dinoland, USA, and we met Joe Rohde, and he gave us a tour of Dinoland, USA, and he is a storyteller. Of course, he's an Imagineer, and the way he told the story of Dinoland and the grad students that live there, he just brought that area of the park to life like I had never seen before, and it's something I always remember. And I got to see Joe Rohde tell us the story while listening to his earrings jingle.
Well, you know what? This might just turn into a Joe Rohde tribute, because I had the absolute privilege, like yourself, to go on a D23 event with the opening of Pandora with Joe Rohde.
Wow.
There was only about 50 of us, maybe, and we got a private tour of Pandora from Joe Rohde. So we had a lunch where we on Flight of Passage.
Wow.
One of my favorite rides. Literally, it was my favorite ride in all of Walt Disney World until Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
I haven't been on that one.
I haven't been on either. It's
That one.
so good. It's so good. But still, Flight of Passage is still one of my absolute favorite rides. And my memory is that the first time I rode it, I cried. I literally cried because I've always wanted to fly.
Yeah.
And it was the closest feeling I ever had to flying.
Truly, yeah.
So I've got one that's not Animal Kingdom, but it's an animal in a kingdom. About 20 years ago, I had an assignment to go into the Magic Kingdom in Florida before the park opened with Roy E. Disney for a feature. So first of all, that's cool.
That's cool.
So I'm as nervous as you would imagine one might be, and Roy's the sweetest man in the world, and we're walking and talking, and all of a sudden, Roy grabs my whatever cell phone I had 20 years ago, basic camera, give me your phone. And we're in the Rose Garden area before the castle, and he's on his hands and knees with my phone because he sees a rabbit. And he starts photographing the rabbit the way he would have when he was making True Life Adventures films.
Oh my
On your
God.
phone.
And meanwhile, I'm looking around thinking, I'm supposed to be taking care of this Disney legend, and the man is on his hands and knees crawling through a rose bush, and security's looking at me. But at the end of that feature, I got to photograph Roy sitting next to the bronze statue of his father, Roy O. Disney, on that bench in Town Square. And it's a picture I see pop up in a lot of places, and it's one of my proudest things I've ever gotten to do is eyed, and he put his hand on the bronze hand of his dad, and he said, "Hey, Dad."
Oh, wow.
And that was just something I'll never forget.
Well,
Incredible.
thanks, Ryan. Now I'm glassy-eyed.
Oh.
Well, I have this moment, and honestly, I wish this moment was recorded, but maybe it's a little bit more special because it wasn't recorded. It was a more personal character interaction that I had in the parks. It was during the 60th celebration. I was a cast member at this time, and me and my friends were just kind of in the parks checking everything out. And you guys already know me. When I get to singing Disney tunes, like I can't stop, right? So we're walking out of Adventureland, and out of nowhere, you know, me and my buddies start singing "Friend Like Me" from Aladdin. And you know, you guys know the words. Well, hey, Bobby, he had the 30 thieves. He had to have the 1,000 tails.
Hey.
Well, master, you're in luck because up your sleeve you got a brand of magic never fails. And on cue, Genie walks out.
Wow. Talk about magic.
He walks out and not only just like and dancing with us for about a good 50 feet. So it was just absolutely like crazy to like just have that moment.
Wow.
And the fact that it's just up here and I can share it with you guys is amazing.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for sharing your memories. We really appreciate it. And we're going to say, stay where you are. We have an exciting panel coming your way. A boundless future Disney parks, experiences, and products. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you right here at D23 Expo Live. welcome Chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, Josh D'Amaro.
Oh, you guys sound good. You sound good. Good morning, everyone. I am so glad to be here. We're all back at the D23 Expo. You're all doing good? I got a chance to see a lot of you walking out on the floor and saying hello. I love spending time with you. What a way to start. How about another huge round of applause for Jordan Fisher? I am guessing that a lot of you recognize that music. You recognize that music? Yeah, that's the theme song from Happily Ever After at Walt Disney Resort. Yeah? If you're anything like me, you just flashed back to standing up on Main Street watching the castle. Well, you know what? Let's get started with an announcement right off the bat. Just for you, our biggest fans, I am so excited to share that next year, we're going to bring back the Happily Ever After. As part of an updated Magic Kingdom, there's a nighttime factor. I know you guys love this stuff. I know it. I love it too. Now, as I listen to Happily Ever After for the first time in a while, quite frankly, some of the lyrics, they hit me in a whole new way. Setting out for a new tomorrow. Every step we take brings a new hope. It brings a new day. There's no limit to where we're going. These lines mean a lot, even more to me now than they did 3 years ago, which was the last time that we were all together here in D23. Of course, but I gotta tell you, during those tough times, we all kept wishing together. We kept dreaming together. We kept finding Disney magic, and we did it all together. And through it all, you, all of you, you've been right there with us every single step. Disney magic alive when we were all at home. And that was all of us, all the cast members around the world. They could, even though our parks were closed. And like the song says, every step forward we took, it really did bring us new hope. So now that we're finally back here together, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you, our biggest fans. And I want our parks. I know why you love being there with your friends and with your family, and I'm sure I've had a chance to meet many of you. I want to have a chance to meet all of you as I walk around our special places. I love those moments of connection because it lets me hear all of your voices, it lets me hear all of your stories, and most importantly, it lets me hear your dreams. I understand how much Disney means to you all, and I feel so lucky that it's my job to keep giving you brand new reasons to feel that way. I am so we may not get things perfect all the time, but I also know that you want to be part of what we're doing and where we're headed, and that means everything to us. So then, where do we go next? Well, on Friday, Bob Chapek, he talked about the future of our company and how he wants to revolutionize entertainment yet again. And I can tell you, we see an absolutely boundless future in front of us where our theme parks, and even beyond our theme parks, they inspire the wildest imaginations and they exceed our greatest expectations. We're going to talk a lot about that future today, but I want to start with what makes the D23 Expo so special. This event, it gives us a chance to celebrate all things Disney, including, of course, our love for all of you, our fans. To our fans. One of the ways that we celebrate with you is through our park anniversaries, and 2022 has been a huge year for those celebrations. Right now, we're in the middle of the world's most magical celebration. All my Florida folks here honoring the 50th anniversary of the Walt Disney World Resort. Now, it sounds like you've all been there. We've unveiled new attractions, we've got new character moments, we've got new nighttime spectaculars, and there's so many other cool things going on there. And now, Epcot is weeks away from its 40th. Its 40th anniversary. And there is so much happening at the park as it continues its transformation. All right. How many of you have been on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind? I mean, that attraction is unbelievable. And I'm sure that you have a favorite song. Just a few of you. What's one of your favorite songs? Maybe it's September. You know what mine is? September. Do you remember? All right. I was going to do just a little bit of a dance up here. My daughter's somewhere in the background. She's like, please, Pop, do not do it. But I could kind of dance, but you're welcome, Kate. We all know that's a great track. Now, every time that I hear that track, I'm thinking about Cosmic Rewind. Where I hope you got to see Mickey light up the Eiffel Tower in honor of the resort's 30th anniversary. Such a cool moment for our cast and all our fans. We also have the new Disney D-Light drone show happening each evening over the castle. Really cool to see. And I am pleased to announce that the resort's 30th anniversary celebration, it'll continue through September 30th of next year. So if you have not got a chance to visit, get over there and check it out while there is still time. And as part of the grand finale for this 30th celebration, I am also excited to announce that we will have a brand new show coming to the Walt Disney Studio Park. It's called Pixar, We Belong Together, and it'll debut next year in the Studio Theater. This is going to be an amazing show. All right, let's stay in Paris just for a moment because there is a lot of momentum at Walt Disney Studios Park right now. It is amazing, it's spectacular, and you all know this, there is a lot more in the works over there. I'm going to come back to that in just a little bit. Let's go over to Japan. Tokyo Disney Sea. Yeah, Tokyo Disney Sea just finished its fantastic Time to Shine 20th anniversary celebration, and then we're looking forward to Tokyo Disneyland's 40th anniversary next year. And then finally, as we wrap up this totally amazing year of milestones, we'll officially hit the 70th anniversary of Walt Disney Imagineering on December 16th. These are amazing people. Amazing people. Award-winning filmmaker Leslie Iwerk, she's hosting a panel discussion with our Imagineers later today celebrating this anniversary, and she has produced a fantastic video tribute, and that's going to be shown over there for the first time, so please get over there and check that one out. And now that brings us to Disney's 100th anniversary on October 16th, 2023. I mean, what an incredible milestone for our company. And as you've all been hearing all weekend, we are going to celebrate next year in a big, gigantic, huge way like nothing that we have ever done before. When I look back over our first 100 years, what jumps out at me is how we are just constantly reinventing ourselves, telling new stories for brand new generations. You all know this. We need those stories now more than ever. And that's a lesson we take straight from Walt. He believed in the power of storytelling. Our incredible cast members, the people who make that all happen. Now, one of the coolest things in my role is I get letters all the time about how wonderful our cast members are. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of those letters are coming from the folks in this room. And I gotta say, I love hearing those stories. I read each and every one of them, so please keep them coming to me. I do wanna say thank you to our cast from around the world. These are the best. And they all, I wish I could have them all 170,000 of them right here today, but they are well represented here by our Disney ambassadors from nearly all of our destinations around the world. Let's have them stand. They're somewhere in here. There they are, right over here. Somewhere. They're not quite lit up, but I know they're out there. They're somewhere. It's great to see all of you. Thank you for coming and representing our unbelievable cast members around the world. Okay, I have a lot of really cool news to share with you today. So I'm gonna go fast, so bear with me here. Are you guys ready to come along on a little journey with me? All right, well, let's jump into this boundless future because there is no limit to where we're going. Where are we? We are literally down the street from... we are down the street from the Disneyland Resort. We got a lot of Disneylanders here, I know that. So let's start right there. You know, I got my start at Disney, at the Disneyland Resort. And no matter how far I am from Disneyland, it always feels like home when I come back. 67th anniversary, and I loved watching this special place transform over my time with Disney, bringing all of your favorite stories to life. One of the biggest additions has been Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I got a chance to help open that in 2019. And since then, Star Wars storytelling has just exploded, and we're seeing all kinds of new characters and tales from that galaxy far, far away. And one of the folks responsible for some of those new stories is Disney legend, Jon Favreau. Maybe you just do the rest of the presentation. First of all, thank you for being here with us today.
It's always fun. I think last time was when we opened Avengers Campus,
It
right?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I got to hang out up stage there and see that all come to life.
Yeah.
You're a huge Disney Parks fan.
Yes.
I know that. You're obviously a huge Star Wars fan.
Uh-huh.
You talked about some cool stuff yesterday, I think, or the day before.
Sure.
How does it feel standing up in front of all these
It's
people?
great. It's great coming back here because it's been so long since we able to all get together like this, and the energy is great. Look, It's great to see people posting videos and communicating online, and there's a big conversation that goes on in the digital world, but to all get together in person like this it's really wonderful. I'll tell you, not just for myself, but everybody else associated with it. The energy that you all give back, it makes it, that's why we love doing it, and the energy is fantastic, and it's fun, but I can't tell you, it affects everything that people like Josh do, people appreciate it, and how much fun everybody's having together. So I just want to reiterate the appreciation that we have to all of you for letting us do what we love to do.
Well, I can, to that end, John, I can remember standing in 2019 at Disneyland in front of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and there was a group of people, I'm sure some of you were there, who came in, and there were tears coming down people's face as they saw some of that stuff for the first time.
Because a lot of the people we work on the show with, like Doug Chang and a lot of the people from Lucasfilm and ILM, they were all, it's a big group of creatives. You think about Imagineering, there's such a company with so many different departments, but everybody comes together to work on things like this. I have the passion to get it right. We love the source material as well. And when you first walk into Batuu, it's super cool. And I remember in the Millennium Falcon, I was there when they opened that park as well. So it's just been, just as a fan of Disney and of Star Wars. And, George Lucas, like Walt, really understood how to mix storytelling with technology and how to create the magic using the latest and greatest that's available. And, Walt, we think of it as kind of old-fashioned, but if you think of audio animatronics and monorails and all the technologies that he was pushing forward, it was, in the 50s and 60s, it was crazy. And it's nice to see that we're continuing to keep that legacy alive with all these innovations that you're announcing.
And they're going to keep coming.
Yeah.
Now, you, as part of your job, when you're standing up here on stage, you get to do all these kind of sneak peeks and things like that. I get to do them sometimes, but not like you guys. You want to do something like that today?
Well, I figure this is the perfect place to introduce people to something new, right? We all hang them out. All right. Hey, it looks like you got a little friend there.
All right, kid. Let's go find this treasure.
Safe journeys, Mando. It's good to see you.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Started off strong. There it is. That's your first look at Mando and Grogu.
We've been working on this thing, I can't tell you, for years. And to the credit of Josh and the team and the Imagineers, they came down to the studio, they worked with Legacy and with the costume designers, went back and forth. And I'm telling you, for those of you who like to cosplay or those of you who are big fans, every detail on that we really meticulously went after, and then we were doing this since before the break, before the lockdown.
Yep.
So this is something that's been a real labor of love, and I want to express my appreciation to you for keeping with it and really doing a great job. We're so happy about this.
We have more good news. You're all the first to hear this today. We're going to be able to cross paths with these two guys at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge inside Disneyland starting in mid-November.
Oh my God, mid-November, you guys! Yes!
John, thanks for being here today.
Oh
Thanks
my
for
God.
Thank you, and so much time. Thank all of you. Thank you.
John Favreau.
First one there, guys. First one.
He is amazing, and he's such a good partner, and he's so passionate about these parks. So to see that come to life, just really special. I'm glad that we could do that in front of you today. You know, our characters and their stories are part of what makes our parks and experiences so special and so different. And I can tell you what, we are not going to slow down here at all. Since we opened Avengers Campus at Disney California Adventure, we've seen how powerful these characters can be, with more than 50 of them appearing globally. Here in California, we introduced Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Black Panther, Captain Witch, Loki, Shang-Chi, Loki, Mighty Thor, and of course, Loki. We've got Spider-Man swinging overhead. We've got the Dora Milaje showing us the way of the Wakandan warriors. And we've got Doctor Strange teaching us about the mystic arts. And you know what? Like I said, we are just getting started here. But what does just getting started mean? Well, to help answer that, I've invited another special guest. Everyone, please welcome the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige.
Hey there. Hey everybody.
It's Kevin Feige, everybody.
Good seeing you again.
It's Kevin Feige. I was backstage with Jordan Fisher a second ago, and he bumped into, actually, he hadn't met you before. I said, this is Kevin Feige. Jordan was having a tough time breathing up here after he got up to sing. All right, first things first. First things first. Did anybody see Kevin and his team up on stage yesterday?
Oh, great.
I've got an issue.
Uh-oh.
So Kevin gets out there, and he says, well, I don't get to do Broadway style things. And he comes out, and there's people dancing on the stage, and I'm like, what the heck that's my territory.
That is the Disney inspiration that you bring to all of us.
Yeah, well,
to all of us.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start making Marvel movies, though. You know, the Imagineers want to make Marvel movies.
I wish you the best of luck.
Well, listen, my team loves working with you and all the amazing things that you keep bringing out. And I know you're a big fan of Disneyland, and you got Avengers Campus now.
All of the parks have, and it is still, I pinch myself. I get to interact with the Imagineers, with Josh, on bringing these to life. Disney is, we've been a part of Disney now for over 10 years, and it was always the promise, gosh, maybe someday we could have something in the parks, and now that day has been here for a while, and I thank you for it, and I thank all of you fans for coming and embracing Avengers Campus and everything that's coming to the parks from Marvel, finally.
Well, we got Avengers Campus here.
Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to jump in quickly. I'm watching a live stream, and this is amazing. But I had one suggestion, just off to the side. You know, Avengers Campus is incredible, and I'm just asking you, maybe suggesting that you expand the palette a little bit. You got red and blue. You got red and gold. You got black and silver. I'm just saying you might need a little color. How about a little green? Just a suggestion. Asking you to think about it. I'll let you go now. I think you guys are doing an amazing job. Sending my love to everybody. I'm just gonna step back and finish watching the live stream and hope there's some good news.
I think up here. I think, how do you get that number, first of all? You shouldn't be able to break into it. This is but I think you should get your people on that. We can start working on that and get that in the works. I think that'd be pretty cool. You guys want to see a Hulk at some point?
Yeah, we could. Right
Oh my God, you guys, look at this thing. It doesn't even look like a Hulk, it's a robot Hulk. What the heck? What is this? What is this thing?
Hulk, how you doing?
That was fast.
Yeah, we do.
Isn't this Avengers Campus?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to meet Steve and Nat at Avengers HQ. I don't know what happened. What is this? One of those something cons?
Something. This is D23 Expo, Hulk.
Oh, the time-space GPS must be off. Now I'm annoyed.
Well, Hulk, we would love to have you at Avengers Campus. Maybe you can do like a meet and greet. You can see some of your fans. You could do like a visiting professor kind of thing, something like that.
I like it. I can make that work. Avengers Campus, get ready.
Hulk, great to see you. Hey, can you find the exit? Can you find the exit?
I'll make one.
A robot costume. This plain and green old Hulk.
That's impressive.
It just keeps coming at Avengers Campus. Pretty cool.
He's big.
He's huge. Yeah. Up close and personal. Listen, if you want to meet Hulk, I've got some great news. He'll be appearing in Avengers Campus in California.
Oh my God, you guys! Hulk's coming next week.
Hulk's got a lot of places to go, and you can only stay for a little while right now. Please do not miss it. But he will be at Avengers Campus next week.
Listen, I love that these guys at Imagineering and at the parks, it's amazing. You watch an episode, and the next day there's a character in the park. You meet a character here on stage, the next week they're in the park. It's really incredible the amount of characters that your team has brought to life in Avengers Campus. And I thank you. It's amazing.
You keep making those great movies, we're gonna do it. Kevin, I'm just gonna ask you one thing, please. Just ask Hulk, don't have him smash stuff up, because you know the place is still needy. He's done some damage over there.
I understood that reference.
Listen, been our vision for Avengers Campus, to give our guests more of what they love and then some. We want more stories, we want more heroes, we want more of the land. We want more of the land to play in too. And Kevin, you and then you gave us even more amazing intel yesterday when you were up on the stage here. And that's why I'm thinking that maybe we should give our D23 fans here a peek parks.
Well, sure, we're bringing the multiverse to the movies, as you know. We're bringing the multiverse to our series. Multiverse to Avengers Campus.
That's right. And as you heard, as Bob shared on Friday, we are expanding Avengers Campus. And our creative teams they've been talking about a third attraction from the beginning here. In on the multiverse, that for what this could mean to our land. Here in the room with us today, what can you tell us about this story and this new experience?
Well, campus, you're going to be able to do that. And in this new attraction, you're going to be able to battle alongside all the Avengers, and you're going to meet a new villain named King Thanos. This is a new version of Crown. This is a Thanos that won.
It's exciting for all of you. This is incredible. You're the only ones to get it, and you'll have it for you on your way out.
This print was made, seen and loved in the movies, and these are just some of the characters. Some of whom you met before, some of whom you can look in there and you haven't even met just yet. It'll be them and more in this amazing attraction.
Well, you've given us a lot to look forward to here. We can't wait to venture further into the multiverse with you. Kevin, you're amazing. I appreciate you and I thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Josh.
No more Broadway shows.
Thank you. We'll see.
Stop that.
We'll see. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you very much. Thank you.
So as you can see, we continue to have big plans for Avengers Campus here in California. And that's all I can say for now, but I promise you we're going to keep you updated on our progress here in this amazing, growing land. All right, I've got something else new for you in Disney California Adventure. Just around the corner from Avengers Campus, I am excited to share that we're about to reimagine Pacific Wharf into San Francisco, big hero.
Bye-bye, Pacific Wharf.
East meets West and technology meets tradition. We're still in the early phases here of this work, but you can see glimpses of what's to come. There's going to be a place to meet Baymax, of course. All kinds of spots to eat and do shopping and all of that. It's going to be a great experience as we continue to tell new stories in Disney California Adventure. Over across the street, we're also making great progress on the reimagining of Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. And I am excited to share for the first time that its new name will be Pixar Place Hotel. This hotel is going to be super fun. You'll feel like you walk right into a Pixar art gallery. You'll see new interpretations of favorite characters like Woody, Buzz will be there, Mike, 22, Miguel, Dante, and all the Disney Pixar characters that you can think of. Of course, Pixar's artistry will be at the core of this totally refreshed experience. It's going to include fantastic communal areas like this Finding Nemo themed splash pad. The hotel is going to feel completely. I'm going to take you over to downtown Disney, where we have some big plans to introduce more than a dozen new and reimagined locations. You can expect a bunch of new options for shopping and dining that will showcase Southern California culture. Now, we've already shared that Michelin star chef Carlos Gaitan is bringing his vision for Mexican cuisine to Centrico and Paseo. And we're also excited that Din Tai Fung will join the district with its flavorful Chinese cuisine. You're seeing for the first time a piece of concept art that I think is coming along really well and looks cool. We have several other announcements planned for the next year and into the future, but I want you to be the first to hear this one.
I know this one, guys.
We're bringing a Southern California favorite to downtown Disney. It's a place that I love and I hope you love. It's Portos.
It's Portos, guys.
Oh, we got some Portos fans in here.
I knew about that one.
Now, for those of you that have, in fact, experienced Porto's, you know this. This bakery is famous for its sweet pastries and its treats and its savory Cuban food and all the incredible desserts that they have. And trust me, it is all delicious. Now, some of you, I imagine, some of you out there in the audience might be wondering, well, what is this all about? Let me just... Now, when you try it, you are going to love it. And you know what? You're not going to have to wait long because we are giving you all a special treat from Porto's today on your way out. But don't run out and get it right now, okay? We've got a lot more to share before you get those pastries. And speaking of running, that reminds me, the last time that we had a Run Disney race through the Disneyland Resort, when was it? Does anybody remember when the last one was? 2017. Well, the races are coming back. The races are coming back in 2024. We're going to have a lot more details on that, the registration, all the fun stuff that comes along with that. But listen, I can't wait to see everybody out there again. I can guarantee you I will be out there running with you all. So as you can tell, we've got a lot of excitement happening across the whole Disneyland Resort. And let's please not forget, it all started with a mouse. We are going to celebrate Mickey and Minnie and their best pals in a whole new way at Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland Park. The highlight, of course, will be Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'm guessing some of you have experienced before. It's already a huge hit at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. And of course, we're going to make some very special adjustments to ensure that this version, it fits perfectly into our Toontown story. Today, you're getting a closer look at the attraction with these brand new renderings from inside the El Capitan Theater. And no matter when, there's going to be something in there for each of you, from Steamboat Willie to Mickey Mouse Club to his desk at Mickey's Christmas Carol, all the way up to the present day. It is going to be a celebration of all things Mickey, which I love. I think some of you might know I'm a huge, huge Mickey fan. Now, this reimagining of Disney's Toontown, it's going to be fantastic. We are really stepping into a new era of inclusive experiences in this land of families for all ages. Now, I know from some of you out there that there was some concern that poor Donald was... Rest assured, everyone, it's still there. Here's a first look at a new rendering that we have where you can see he's crashed it into Goofy's pond. And here, in this new rendering, you can see one of the silliest areas of new Goofy's How to Play yard. It's a fun, interactive sound garden where little ones will discover new ways to make all kinds of noises. These new experiences will join existing favorites in Mickey's Toontown when the land reopens in early 2023. I can tell you, I've had a chance to walk around there a lot. This place is going to be great. So, let's go from Toontown, and we're going to head over to New Orleans.
Oh my God.
You all know this. I have loved talking about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is our reimagined attraction that's set up to open at Disneyland and Walt Disney World in late 2024. And I'm thrilled that we're bringing a new Tiana story to life in our parks. And to tell you a little bit more about that, I want to hear from some of the Imagineers who are leading this project. So everyone, please welcome Carmen Smith, welcome Sharita Carter, and Ted Robledo. Well, I guess Ted dances. Right? You should have been out here a little bit earlier. I didn't have such luck with for joining us tonight, Josh.
So, as we all know, at the end of the film, she discovers her celebration is missing a very special...
About how this attraction is all coming together.
Okay, well, first of all, Josh, I just have to let you know, we have the most amazing team working on this attraction.
Yes. Imagine you guys.
Yes. And we are having a lot of fun with mock-ups, making this a transformational experience. When we are in these environments, it's important that they inspire a sense of awe in us. So we are taking advantage of that massive structure by using the latest cutting-edge technology to further enhance that sense of grandeur. And as you can see here, this attraction is going to be gorgeous at night. What I have always loved is when we have the opportunity to take our tried and true techniques and then combine them with our digital tools for animating and lighting. Brand new attraction experience for our guests. For example, we're going to use myth like a painter's canvas to create this amazing sense of awe I like to refer to as true Bayou magic. And Josh?
I love this idea of true Bayou magic. Carmen, can you tell us a little bit conducting in New Orleans to make this a really, really authentic experience?
Absolutely, Josh. I mean, that's what we're all about. You know, even though there's a character she comes from is very real. We want this attraction to be a love letter to New Orleans.
My most favorite.
For guests to feel how we approach the story in an authentic way. You should feel like you're coming home. You know? Well, this attraction will make you want individuals and groups. Their perspective have become a filter we're using for all aspects of our work. You know, in search of inspiration, we've been working with local artists, Sharika Mahdi.
Yeah.
This is amazing work. And several other pieces to help us along our journey in developing this important new attraction. We've also spent time with Stella Chase Reese. She's really now an honorary Imagineer, an amazing woman. She is the daughter of Chef Leah Chase. You know, for Princess Tiana. You know, yes, indeed. We this important role that food plays in New Orleans culture. And here's one of my favorite quotes from the film. The thing about good food is it brings folks together from all aspects of life.
Absolutely, Carmen. I mean, that is so true and said so well. I know we'll see food come to life in new ways at Disneyland too, and you're all going to hear more about that in the near future. I'm so excited about all of these plans. So Carmen, Sharita, Ted, thank you so much for sharing with us today. Thank you for the fantastic work that you're all doing in bringing Tiana's first attraction to life. Really inspiring stuff. Now, I know our Disneyland and Disney World guests are going to love this place when it opens in 2024. Thank you all. I appreciate you. You guys take care. Imagineers. We want Tiana's Bayou Adventure to feel like you stepped right into her story, which is why I'm thrilled to announce that several of the film's cast will lend their voices to this attraction. We'll have Bruno Campos as Prince Naveen, Michael Leon Woolley as Louis, Jennifer Lewis as Mama Odie, and of course, Anika Tony Rose as Tiana. Music is going to be a huge part of the experience as well. New Orleans has music embedded in its DNA. You don't just hear that music, you can feel it. So we're bringing that same vibe to this attraction. And today, we've got some musical inspiration that represents the heart and the soul of New Orleans. So please, get those handkerchiefs out. You got them when you walked in. And I want you to join me in welcoming Disneyland legend, Anika Noni. my gosh, and that band coming through the aisles, you guys like that? Woo! That was phenomenal. How about another huge round of applause for them with a little handkerchief? So many things happening at the Disneyland Resort, and I'm not even done talking about it. But I'm going to come back to Disneyland in just a little bit. For now, let's turn our attention to another place that I've had a chance to call home, Walt Disney World. Now, when I served as president of the resort, I got a chance to work with the team that was 50th celebration. All the new magic and the new memories that they're creating for our guests. We've debuted 2 new nighttime spectaculars. We have Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom. Yeah, and we have Harmonious at Epcot. Well, both of them have been tremendous additions. And if you haven't seen them already, you definitely don't want to miss them. You definitely don't want to miss them. Because as I've been saying, we're always looking to the future. So I am excited to share that we're crafting an all-new nighttime spectacular for Epcot celebration. Brand new show, and this show is in development right now, and it will debut later next year, continuing that park's legacy of inspiring nighttime entertainment on our World Showcase Lagoon. This is an exciting time for Epcot because we're getting close to another major milestone in its transformation. Our new neighborhood World Celebration is taking shape in the middle of our park. The neighborhood will feature Communicore Hall and Communicore Plaza, 2 great new locations for our festivals. And I'm also excited about Journey of Water inspired by Moana. That's coming to World Nature Neighborhood. It's the story of water on our planet. It's obviously inspired by Moana's friendship with the ocean. As you make your way around the trail, you'll interact with the water and discover that it kind of has a mind of its own. Now, you are all the first to hear today that Journey of Water and the rest of the center of that park will be ready to welcome guests in late 2023. Before we leave Epcot, I've got just one more little surprise for you. There is a character that you can only find at this park. And I got a feeling he's probably a favorite of some of the folks in this room today. Well, for most of our lives, he's appeared only in our imaginations. But for a short period of time, years ago, you could actually meet this lovable purple dragon. Well, I am thrilled to announce that by the end of next year, you'll get the chance to meet Figment in person once again out in the park. Figment is back. I'm going to have a lot more to share in the future, but our teams are right now hard at work bringing Figment to life, and I know that you're going to all be excited to meet him. And since we're talking favorite characters, let's head over to Magic Kingdom to talk about another favorite character. Ever since a certain Happy Haunt returned to Disneyland, our fans have been asking for him in Florida, too. Well, foolish mortals, we have heard you. And I am fiendishly thrilled to announce that next year the Hatbox Ghost will materialize in the Haunted Mansion at Walt Disney World. Now, on Friday, we announced a new game that I'm really excited about. It's called Tron Identity. And it's a new take on the Tron universe that I think But if you want to physically enter the grid in a thrilling new way, well, I've got the thing for all of you. At Magic Kingdom, we're busy testing Tron Light Cycle Run. This will be a huge addition to Tomorrowland. And listen, I know that we've been talking, and then we were talking, and then we were talking about this attraction for a while now. But I'm telling you, it's really close to being ready for showtime. So close, in fact, I got a chance to take an early test ride, and I figured I'd give you a sneak peek. Take a look. Listen, I fully realize that I have a really cool job, but I think you can tell how much I enjoyed that. And what you all saw there, that is just a little taste. It was great riding with some of the team members who have been so committed to this attraction through all of its unforeseen twists and turns. They're working on a lot of finishing touches right now, and we're excited for you all to experience it. That is why I am thrilled to announce to you today that Tron Light Cycle Run will debut in the spring of 2023. Okay, here we go. We're gonna leave dry land, and we are gonna head out to the high seas to talk about our award-winning Disney Cruise Line. Our majestic new ship, the Disney Wish, took her maiden voyage in July. She's beautiful and is already a huge hit with our guests. And now we're gonna build on that momentum, turning our attention to the next entry into our fleet. For our sixth ship, we're dreaming up a brand new design concept that feels unlike anything Disney Cruise Line has ever done before. The theme of the ship is adventure. Celebrating, you knew it, celebrating Walt's lifelong love for exploration. This is going to be an epic journey into Disney stories. And today, you're the first to see what the inside of this amazing new ship will look like. Here we go. It's looking good, huh? That grand hall is inspired by the grandeur and mystery of a gilded palace. It draws on real-world influences from Asia and from Africa, as well as the far-off land of Agrabah. As you see there, for the first time aboard one of our ships, the signature Grand Hall statue will feature 3 of our favorite characters, Jasmine, Aladdin, and their lovable magic carpet soaring together towards a whole new world of adventure. But wait here, there's a little detail. Do you all want to know the name of the ship? Let's take a look. At the heart of every adventure, there is a treasure. And we can't wait for you to create memories aboard this spectacular new ship. Our growing fleet also allows us to go places that we've never been before. Because for our next adventure, I'm pleased to announce today that we will take the Disney Wonder to Australia and New Zealand. We will offer our first sailings in this part of the world beginning in late October of next year. The ship here is the destination on these voyages, inviting guests from this region into stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. And we're so glad to bring something new to those that may never have experienced this type of Disney magic before. Now, obviously then, I'm also excited to share that the Disney Wonders repositioning cruises will be our first South Pacific voyages, giving you the chance to experience destinations like Fiji and Samoa. Pretty cool. And there's more. And there is more. Our Disney Cruise Line has started work on our new island destination in the Bahamas. I told you I had a cool job. I had a chance to visit recently, and I wanted you all to be the first to see it. Welcome to Lighthouse Point on the beautiful island of Eleuthera. We're still in the early stages, but I can tell this is going to be a spectacular location for our Disney Cruise Line guests. We have a long way to go, but just imagine the possibilities.
Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that.
That is going to keep going. That was the first time that I was on the island, and I can tell you now from a personal point of view that Lighthouse Point is going to be absolutely stunning. It's inspired by the stories of the Bahamas, and we are committed to preserving and protecting the natural environment throughout this project. Get this, everybody. 90% of the power used at Lighthouse Point will come from solar energy. 90% of the power. And we're working with local advisors and artists to create a destination that represents the natural beauty and the rich culture of the Bahamas. We want this to be an authentic experience filled with all kinds of Disney magic. Here is a brand new concept rendering that I'm sharing with you all for the first time today. It's a great overview of what your day on Lighthouse Point will feel like. In addition, obviously to that gorgeous beach that you just saw a moment ago, you'll have a recreation center, you're gonna have food and merchandise locations, a youth activity area, and so much more. Here's another rendering showing a closer look at one of the island's pavilions. Here, guests will be able to immerse themselves much more deeply into the Bahamian culture. We're excited to create a place where you can learn about the stories and the traditions that are passed down by generations of Eleuthera's residents. We know how much our guests love Castaway Cay, so we can't wait for you also to put your toes in the sand on this new island destination. So more to come there. All right, now that we're back on land, let's see if we can, let's see how we're finding ways to make some dream locations come to life in our parks, and we're gonna start in Asia. If you've ever wanted to visit Zootopia, I definitely do. I hope you guys do too. You're going to get a chance to do that in the new land that we're creating in Shanghai Disneyland. This will be our first experience based on the inspiring Academy Award-winning film. Here is a first look at how you'll see into Zootopia Central Station and discover animals going about their daily lives. The technology that the Imagineers are using to bring this land to life, it's really, really cutting edge stuff, as you can see. This is also a brand new piece of concept art that you're seeing for the first time today. You can check out the doors and the apartments of all sizes for animals that might be large or small, and then everything in between. Like you guys, I love all these little details that you see in here. Now, you'll make your way to the Zootopia Police Department, which doubles as the entrance for the land's new family attraction. And there, you're going to be meted by Officer Klauhauser. Our Shanghai team just released this video clip just a few hours ago, and I wanted you to have a first look at it.
今晚的演唱会可是夏奇阳的演唱会哦，夏奇阳哦。
And while we are talking about lovable characters, Mickey's favorite teddy bear, Duffy. Oh, we got some Duffy fans in here. He has been a huge fan favorite in our Asia parks for years. But listen, things went to a whole new level in Shanghai when we introduced his newest friend, Lena Bell. All right, a few Lena Bell fans in here. Well, just this week, that inquisitive fox made her debut at Hong Kong Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, and the response has been ridiculous. So I thought you might want to meet her too as a special D23 Expo treat. You don't get to see these characters from overseas that much, so why not? Everybody making her first appearance ever in the United States, please welcome the one and only Lena Bell. You are cute, Lena Bell, and as you can see, she's always looking for another mystery to solve. And while she continues to live in our parks in Asia, I am so excited to announce that Duffy and friends, they're going to star in their own show on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's a 6-episode stop-motion animated series debuting next year. And if you want to hear more about Duffy and Friends, please be sure to check out the panel later at this afternoon's panel at Hyperion Theater. Looks like Lena may have found another clue there. Lena Bell, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to see you. You're so cute. I know you don't get a chance to see that much, and I saw you guys buying a lot of merchandise out there from Lena Bell, so I figured, what the heck. Now, when you all leave today, we have a Lena Bell pin for all of you. It is only available in our Asia park, so this one is really, really special. We brought it to D23 Expo as a gift in honor of Lena Bell's visit, so enjoy that. You know, whether we are talking about Duffy and Friends or Zootopia or any of our other parks experience, the Disney difference, it comes from our incredible storytelling. And that all stems from our original storyteller. And that's why, as part of Disney's 100th anniversary, I am so happy to announce unveil a brand new statue of Walt and Mickey. This is a tribute to that his children on the merry-go-round, that one to create the thing we all love, Disneyland. Now here, he sits on a bench, but this time behind the Castle of Magical Dreams in Hong Kong. And we'll have a commemorative print of this wonderful statue also for you on your way out today. Now, 3 new Frozen-themed lands that we're developing around the world. You can see the land in Hong Kong in this new rendering that we're debuting for you. It's going to feature 2 attractions, including our first Frozen-themed coaster, Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs. This land, it's really starting to take shape, as you can see here in this brand new footage that we're sharing for the first time. The way Arendelle blends in with the park's natural surroundings on Lantau Island, I think, is just magnificent. And I'm happy to share that World of Frozen will open at Hong Kong Disneyland in the second half of 2023. In Paris, our Frozen-themed land is a huge expansion at Walt Disney Studios Park. You're going to be immersed in the same magical wintry setting from the films, including a Norway-inspired village and snow-capped mountains. And to connect Arendelle to the rest of the Walt Disney Studios, we're creating an entirely new promenade in the center of this park. Now here's a fresh look that I'm sharing with you all first today, showing how this area will expand the current park and lead you into a new lakeside district. Now as you make your way back towards Arendelle, you'll pass many beautiful new gardens, and I'm happy to officially announce today that one of these gardens will feature a new Tangle-themed attraction that we're developing for the whole family to enjoy, even the little ones. Now, Frozen is also one of the stories playing a role in the royal transformation of the iconic 5-star Disneyland Hotel in Paris. Every guest room and all the communal areas, they're being rethemed, and they'll take inspiration from classics like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, Tangled, and even more. Here's a first look at concept art for one of our Frozen-themed suites. I can't wait for all of you to get a chance to experience this hotel again for yourself when the reimagining is fully complete in 2024. Our third Frozen project is coming to life at Tokyo Disney Resort. But before I get to that, I want to take a moment to recognize a very, very special guest in the audience with us this morning. Would you all please give a warm D23 Expo welcome to Disney legend Toshio Kagami, Representative Director, Chairman, and CEO of Oriental Land Company. And there he is. We are in partnership and everything Kagami-san has contributed to the Tokyo Disney Resort. In just the latest example, Tokyo Disney Sea is creating its Fantasy Springs. This will include we'll have Tangled and Frozen, plus a gorgeous, gorgeous hotel integrated right into the park. The Frozen attraction will feature several new audio animatronic figures, and I happen to have a preview for all of you today that we haven't shared with anyone yet. Let's take a look. If you're out there, don't even try it. Don't even try it. Now, before we leave Tokyo Disney Resort, there's one more project that I want to touch on. Beginning in 2024, Space Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland will undergo a transformation that will bring a new story and experience to this iconic attraction. Here is a first look at how the area will transition from day to night.
Wow, look at this.
Beautiful, I think. With a nod to the original architecture, this reimagined Space Mountain will anchor a new plaza that will be complete by 2027, and I think it's just beautiful. This new vision for Tokyo's Tomorrowland, and everything that we've talked about today for that matter, it's all about continually pushing ourselves for more and more innovative storytelling, which of course is why I love visiting with our Imagineers. The ones who bring all of these ideas is what we've done before. And you can't be afraid to fail once in a while. As you can see, some of these ideas, they became experiences in our parks, in our resorts, or maybe on our ships, while others teach us lessons that will send our teams down completely new paths. We don't know yet where some of these concepts may take us, and I guess that's kind of the fun part here. Because there are absolutely no boundaries when you're dreaming of a big future like this. You know, we've been like a train just barreling down the tracks for more than 6 decades since we opened Disneyland Park. And then COVID, it brought that train to a stop. But it also allowed us to spend some time tinkering around a little bit. It was a rare opportunity to stop and think about where we wanted to go. So we took some time to do some things that we've always wanted to try in our parks, but we head toward our future and the reimagining possibilities that are in front of us. Now look, what I'm about to share with you is probably going to make of Disney folks out there nervous.
Oh no.
But I think it's going to make you all really excited. Because what we're going to talk about in the creative process is what our Imagineers call blue sky. I want to be clear with everybody in here though, we are not up here daydreaming. It's important to me that you know these things we're going to talk about, they are very real. They are very serious discussions that I'm having with our teams about the future of our parks and experiences. And I want to touch on a couple of them today because, well, you are our biggest fans, and I want you to see behind that curtain a little bit. Does this sound like it's fun? Okay, I'm sure I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Now, some of you might know, at one point in my career, I was lucky enough to be leading Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And during that time, I was involved with some of the planning for Pandora, the world of Avatar. It was such an awesome project to be part of, and it was so transformative for Animal Kingdom, and our guests love that land. I gotta tell you, we seem so excited about it, I can't keep it to myself. It would be cool to find out two key categories. You guys nervous?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit? Just a little bit? Nervous?
That's my favorite.
Well, first of all, thank you both for being here today. Before we get to Dinoland, Jen, talk to us about the relationship between animation and Frozen. Everyone, and then in our parks, what's that like?
I mean, it's a complete, and I was practically turning all the Frozen land. I mean, we are. I have to tell you. So, but what's amazing is how it really is this natural fit. It is like being around crazy ideas sometimes, and then of course they make it happen, and just seeing where the stories take us. And Chris and I, along with the team, I'm like all about like what it's like being in there for me, but along with all the Imagineers and the studio filmmakers themselves, have been working together and looking at how we can bring the films for this last decade into the parks in natural ways.
All right, so can I continue the love fest?
Yeah, you get in there. All you, Chris, go ahead.
It is so true. We love partnering with your team at Animation. Getting early insight into the characters and the stories that you're developing, it's critical for us at Imagineering as we move through that blue sky process. Let's go back to Dinoland for a minute. I think that's a great example of where we opened our conversation really, I think, with an important reminder. It has to start there. Yep. Since its beginning, Animal Kingdom has really focused on stories that have this connection to animals and intrinsic values of nature, and most of all, probably the power of transformative adventures. And Josh, a few minutes ago, you talked about Avatar.
I love that.
That is the perfect example of where a narrative and how it embodies these core values to create an experience that could only live at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that, Chris. But Jen, talk to us a little bit about how these values play into our decision making. If we want to tell more stories in the park, what do we think could happen in Dinoland?
Well, I mean, first of all, understanding the foundation is critical to our creative thinking. And for us, what immediately came to mind when thinking about Animal Kingdom was Zootopia. I mean, how can we tell new stories together about these incredible animals to engage people of all ages?
Exactly. I mean, I remember the first time I sat down and watched Zootopia, watching Judy Hopps board the train and go through those amazing landscapes, and the animals in those environments just jumped off the screen to me as connections to nature.
Yeah, when we talked and I thought about this idea of connection, something else that came to mind was Moana, maybe?
Yes, please. I love the idea of Moana being in Animal Kingdom. I mean, her story is one of adventuring beyond the reef, connecting with nature. I mean, in order to heal a broken world and save her people. And I can just imagine getting to journey with her, trying to fight off the Kakamora, meeting mysterious animals and creatures of the deep.
it would be thrilling.
Yes, that would be extreme stories and narratives that really, I think, speak right to the heart of the park.
I think all of that sounds great, and we have real aspirations for this part of the park. We're all so excited about the possibilities here. Now, Chris, I seem to recall at one of those days at Imagineering, you showed me a piece of concept art for what we're talking about here.
We do a lot of concept art, but yes, I believe we did share some with you early on.
Yeah. And are you going to be a wimp, or are you going to share?
So you're calling me out on stage?
Yeah,
That's what's happening?
You guys, these are our fans
But
here.
wait, I just want to know.
These are our fans.
Okay. I just want to know first, will I have a job come Monday morning?
You'll always have a job.
All right, great. All right, let's just show it. Let's show it.
All right. Put it up.
Okay, look, we're going to show you this. It's big, it's beautiful, it's over the top. And I'd hesitate even to call this a concept. Look, we develop lots of paintings like this that help our teams envision the possibilities of what could be. This is just one of them.
But I love this one.
It's a good one.
But I love this one.
I know.
Yes.
And I know that there's more beyond just that one park, Animal Kingdom. Since we're already pulled back the curtain a little bit here, why not go maybe a little bit further now, making some people really nervous? How would you like to talk about Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, I mean, please.
All right, Chris, if I recall, you were the creative director for New Fantasyland. And I guess up until right now, that was the largest expansion in Magic Kingdom's history.
Yes, I mean, Magic Kingdom holds a special place in my heart. I think there are so many amazing stories yet to be told, lands yet to be explored. Trust me when I say this, at Imagineering, we're always thinking about what is next. And one of the concepts we're most excited about is this idea of new frontiers. Let me give you an example. So Josh, do you ever wonder if you could travel to the other side of Big Thunder Mountain, what could be there?
And I'm sure that there are about 7,000 people in the audience who wondered, what exactly is beyond Big Thunder?
All right, well, that's what we're exploring.
Okay.
So we're exploring. All right, so go with me. Everyone go with me. So let's take this journey. Imagine, what if we could pass over those spires of Big Thunder Mountain? And maybe in front of us, there's a valley in front of us with the little town of Santa Cecilia, Mexico.
Oh my God,
And they're celebrating Dia de los Muertos. And what if we could climb on board the back of Albride and fly into the land of the dead with our familia, just like the Riveras in Coco. That's what could be out there.
And of course, I mean, I'm just asking.
Bruno.
You heard that, Josh. I'm sure you know that there are many of us at Disney Animation who cannot wait to see more Encanto in the parks. I mean, who are we kidding? No one could bring a magical house to life like Disney Imagineering. What if you could walk into the Madrigal's casita, just saying, meet the family? What if Maribel is your guide, introducing you to all the wonder within those walls? Bruno's tower, Antonio's room, all of it. What if you could step up to a door and discover your own magical gift?
What if? Jennifer's not gonna stop. And you know what? She shouldn't. These types of ideas are exactly why I'm so glad that you are both here today talking to our biggest fans about what could be on the horizon here. So let's talk about one more.
I thought we talked that we were
No.
All right.
One more.
All right.
Chris, come on.
All right. Do it. Yes, let's do it. Let's share it.
Well, listen, I know this one is not planned anytime soon, but it's something that we know all of you talk about, and it's a fun idea that's always in the back of our minds, and it's an area overrun by villains.
this hasn't just crossed our mind, but 7,000 other people as well would love maybe to see this idea happen.
And I know we love to hate, but mostly love, adore, and sometimes a little too obsessively adore our villains.
That's true. All right, well, Chris, here I go again. I'm pretty sure that you shared another early concept or thought starter for the Magic Kingdom 2.
Well, I mean,
come on.
You already called me a wimp once, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and
just go
we're
with
just going for it now, right? All right, let's roll. Let's show it. So, once again, this is a thought starter, but you can see here the villains looming overhead with Casa Magriel in the distance, and then we arrive at Santa Cecilia. That's what could be out there beyond Big Thunder Mountain.
I'm in trouble now, but I gotta say, this looks fantastic. Beyond Big Thunder Mountain is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to keep talking more with you both about these ideas and to start locking some of this in. Animation is where all of this began 100 years ago, and we have such a rich collection of stories to draw from. With your teams working closely together, I want to hear more. I want to share more with all of these fans. Jen, Chris, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
I'll say it maybe for the 10th time today. You can see why I love this stuff. I'm constantly thinking about what's next. Because as Bob said on Friday, Disney is a company of unrivaled creativity. And we are never going to stop working towards that next great idea. We're never going to stop surprising you. We're never going to stop delighting you or pushing the boundaries of where we can all go together. We're always in search of Walt's great, big, beautiful tomorrows. This is a relationship between us at Disney and you, our greatest fans and our guests. We dare to dream it, and you all complete the picture. I have a new video that I wanted to share with you all that I think sums up this idea perfectly. We haven't shown it to anyone yet because, well, we've been saving it just for you. I think it gets right to the heart of our special relationship with you. Let's take a look.
PD. I can't sleep.
Why?
Do you want to go to Disney?
Yes.
What if we went to Disney World today?
We really are.
We really are.
We really are.
Are we literally?
The magic's been there from the very beginning.
The smells, the sights, the sounds, there's something in the air that is so special and unique.
The way it connects one-to-one with our guests. Over and over.
Oh my goodness.
Across the country and around the world. Stories become more meaningful.
Which one would you like to choose? The Hulk.
I can't wait to see a princess.
Look like a really good Buzz Lightyear.
I want to fly.
Stories become more personal. With you at the center, everything comes to life.
Just the fact that we're together, doing all the activities together. Let's go. We're all in it, we're on the moment.
Together, we make the memories that will live in your heart.
I feel like we're celebrated here, and that's so nice to share with other people.
Together, we make the impossible possible. Because the magic of Disney is nothing compared to what happens when we share it with you. Now. forever.
I always wonder what Disney will do next.
Here's to many more memories.
Every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line of the sky needs to see, it calls me. And no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail and the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far we'll go.
Well, there you go. At Disney Parks, experiences and products, everything that we want to do, you can be found in those magical moments like you just saw. Whether you're hugging a character or you're riding an attraction or you're visiting a far off place or maybe you're playing a game or spending time with your loved ones, whatever it is, we're inviting all of you into our stories so that you can make us part of your story. That's, I think, what this is all about. And there's no telling how far we will go all together. Because I believe that the best is to come. Disney. I mean, think about this. Since 2016, we've added more than 200 new lands and experiences and attractions and festivals and so much more. And we've done that literally around the world. And that's why when I tell you that we're just getting started, I hope that you know I really mean this. This year, we unveiled Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, the Disney Wish, Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, and Avengers Campus in Disneyland Paris. Next year, we've got Mickey's Toontown, we've got Tron, we've got World of Frozen and World Celebration. In 2024, we're bringing you Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Story Living by Disney is going to be up and running. And then the Disney Treasure, as we talked about today. And that's not even all. There's so much more good stuff coming. So many new experiences. Yeah, and even more that I can't tell you about. Just yet. Attractions. We're going to give you more entertainment. We're going to give you more special moments and more ways to make your time with us even better. More of what you love about Disney. Right now, as we all sit here today in Hall D23, Imagineers are out there thinking of the next great experience you can't find anywhere else but with us. It's how we've defined ourselves for the first 100 years, and it's going to define our next 100 as well. Which brings me back to where we started this morning. Beginning in January, oh my gosh, do we have a 100th anniversary celebration in store for all of you. As you know, we're calling it Disney 100 Years of Wonder. And as Bob said, it's going to be the biggest celebration in our company's history. Throughout 2023, we're inviting you to share the wonder with us on social media because we want to hear more of your Disney stories. Each of our destinations around the world, on land and at sea, will showcase the anniversary in their own way. We'll have plenty of new entertainment, we'll have new merchandise, we'll have special new food, we'll have drinks, and so much more. There will be more to share on all of this very soon. But I can tell you that the heart of this entire celebration will be right here in California at the Disneyland Resort. Beginning in late January, the happiest place on earth will receive new platinum-infused decor and new looks for Mickey and Minnie and her pals. We'll have special live entertainment moments that will pop up across the resort, including weapons parade display. Oh, I love that one. I can't wait to experience it with all of you. Trust me, I will be out there. And I'm excited to announce that starting in late January, Disneyland Resort will showcase not one, but 2 new nighttime spectaculars.
What?
At Disney California Adventure, World of Color 1 will celebrate the storytelling legacy all started by Walt. It is going to be a world of color like nothing that you've seen before, with an all-new inspiring story told through some of your favorite characters. And then, the new nighttime spectacular debuting at Disneyland Park, Wondrous Journeys, will ignite the wonder in all of us. It'll feature nods to all 60 Walt Disney Animation Studios films to date, taking us on a journey filled with artistry, filled with music and storytelling, and of course, a ton of heart. It'll continue to build upon Disneyland's state-of-the-art projection effects, turning areas of the park into an artist's canvas that brings characters to life around you as the fireworks dance up in the sky. This show will feature an absolutely incredible new song.
A new song.
You want to hear it, right? All right, you got it. This is the world premiere of It's Wondrous, just for our D23 Expo fans.
Hard to know just where it starts, how it grows from just a spark.
Excitement in store for Disney parks. Now, speaking of excitement, Disney Plus's revival of the acclaimed series, The Proud Family, has found its way into the hearts of new fans as well as fans of the original. The Proud Family, louder and prouder, continues the adventure of 14-year-old Betty Proud as she navigates through some growing pains with the help of hilarious friends and family, of course, but Proud News is coming back for a second season on Disney Plus. To welcome the creative minds behind the Proud Family. Big round of applause for our cast. All right. How y'all doing today? Welcome to D23 Expo Live. How you doing today? Everybody good?
Everybody great.
There's the entertainer.
All right, this is great to meet everybody here. The creative and executive producer, Bruce W. Smith. Executive producer, Ralph Beauvoir. We've got Caleb Pratt as the voice of Penny Proud. We've got the voice of Sugar Mama Jokery Payton. The voice of Trudy Pride, Paula J. Parker. And of course, the voice of Uncle Bobby Cedric, the entertainer. And Elisa Reyes is the voice of La Seneca Boulevard Dance. And of course, Zoe Hauser, played by Soleil Moon Frye. The role of Dejanay Jones is voiced by Karen and Melina White. And this stage is full of talent. How about another big round of applause for the Proud Family, louder and proud.
Hey guys,
Thank
wow.
you again so much for joining us here
So
at
much
D23 Live. Now, Kayla,
We're going to do a recap later when we get to Disneyland.
Would you like to return
There's the BFF.
to the revival?
It's amazing.
We got so much to talk about tonight, guys.
When I first got the
I'll see you guys later. We're gonna go to an Imagineering panel, which I can't stream in there, so I'm gonna end the stream here now. I know there's only a few of you here,
it's an amazing
but we got a lot to talk about later, guys. Giveaways. I might go live again, maybe as soon as Javier appears at whatever time that may be. But I love you guys. Thank you, mods. I'm gonna take a little break. We're gonna go to the panel. So I got one, so I gotta get out of here. But peace. We have a lot to talk about later, guys. Love you guys.
And those guys.
Yes.
Great film.